What's going on, y'all? I'm not sure if anyone's on yet. Hopefully wasn't too loud. Trying this new mic setup. This is episode number 6. Saw on the thumbnail I have a Montal sample set. Not sure what they run now, but I didn't pay very much for this when I got it originally. It was, I want to say like $40, $50, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I think I got it from Twisted Lily or Lucky Scent. They used to carry it. I don't think they carry this sample set anymore. It's 25 2 milliliter samples of kind of their top picks. They have, I don't even know, I would guess close to 100 different fragrances. And their sister company is Mancera. So I believe, I don't know the whole backstory about them, but I think that two companies split off. Mancera was a little bit more focused on the fresher scents, and the Montals are a little bit more, I guess, richer. They have a lot of like let's see, like roses, ouds, what else? Like cafe gourmands, scents like that. So I picked Montal. Mancera didn't have a sample set similar to this. What's up, y'all? I see 3 people hopped on. Thank you for joining. What's your scent of the day? Are you here for fragrances or just found my channel? You saw a live to hop on. I'm walking on a treadmill right now, getting some steps in. So mostly talking about perfumes, but yeah, talking about that Montal sample set that I have on the thumbnail. If you're interested in talking about any of those samples, there's all the kind of like top scents from them: Arabian Oud, Starry Nights, Intense Cafe Ristretto, Oud Amazing, to name a couple that are in here. There's Chocolate Greedy. It's a really interesting one. It's a chocolate scent, so you know, definitely get that rich cocoa from it, which I enjoy just from time to time. Not always wanting to smell like chocolate, but that's a cool one. So I also did an unboxing live last night. I don't know if any of y'all saw that or hopped on. If you did, thank you. Appreciate everyone that's on right now in general. So drop your scent of the day or scent of the morning. Mine was this one. Issey Miyake Fusion d'Issey Extreme. This was I cannot believe that this is why I'm a Issey Miyake fanboy, and I collect their fragrances, right? Not all of them, but the ones that I think are going to be good, which I really haven't done. 2 that I don't like, which is funny, are the original. I don't like the yuzu and that really citrus tartness turns pissy on my skin. And the same one, the flanker to that, the fresh, the rosemary, I think does something in that one too on my skin that just doesn't smell right. But that's been years since I've tried it. But everyone else other than those has been good. And I've got like 10 now, I think. This is my latest one. This Fusion d'Issey Extreme. I don't know how it compares to the original. Can't remember what it smells like, but this Extreme version. And by the way, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the comments. Please, just making sure. Audio is always iffy. If you can't, no big deal. Appreciate it. Or hit a like. If I see a like come up, then I'll know. I'll know that you can hear me okay. Anyway, Thank you again for hopping on. But back to the Fusion d'Extrême. That one is, yeah, like it's got this coconut. It's compared to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Paradise Garden, I think. And it's not a blue fragrance. It has some facets of blue. Thank you for the thumbs up. So confirm my audio. I appreciate you very much. But yeah, it has facets of that blue fragrance, especially on the dry down. You're getting that amber woods, but it is not like an in-your-face ambroxan, amber woodsy type bomb. You definitely get a tropical undertone to the fragrance with the coconut. Kind of makes it lactonic, so milky and creamy, but not too much. Just enough. The woods balance it out. It is very masculine, in my opinion, although it doesn't really matter. You know, masculine, feminine, sweet, whatever. You like what you smell what you like, or put it on, doesn't matter. But anyway, it does, if you're going with classic categories, I would say leans masculine. Performance, I think performance is pretty good. Projection, probably 2-ish hours, 2-3 hours, you're gonna smell it. And after that 2-hour mark, dies down, but you'll get wafts of it within your bubble. I don't know about sillage, you know, just barely testing it out. I got it last night, wore it last night, wore it this morning, so going with that. The other one I picked up was this one here. Do you eat healthy stuff? Martin, yes, absolutely. I'm actually in prep for a natural bodybuilding competition. It'll be my second one this season. I've got 2 more lined up for sure, maybe a third one. So yeah, my next one's October 4th. And that's what I'm doing. I won my first one, my first pro win. So that was nice. I'm going to compete in a different federation upcoming. So how about you? Do you exercise? Do anything like that? Man, I just lost everyone that was on, just switching over to that. So I guess everyone was here for perfume, but I had to answer a question. So appreciate you asking. And thank you for joining. Are you here for fragrances or just pure entertainment? Let me know. Also, good morning. Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Got some decaf coffee. I haven't drank full strength coffee in a while. It's been nice. Sleeping a whole lot better. So anyway, I think I lost everyone at this point. I'll still talk to myself, talking about how this one ended up. Tested this one out last night too. This is a new one. I did the unboxing last night, and it is going to be being tested out over the next few weeks, especially as fall is right around the corner. Some cooler temps in the morning. It is an iris scent, but the funny thing about it is that you're not really getting your traditional Dior Homme lipstick makeup bag iris that I am used to. I have Dior Homme O, and I used to have the original, and I've smelled the intense version. Those are very lipsticky, waxy irises, buttery. This one is not. This one muskier because it's Narciso Rodriguez. Gonna have that musk undertone, and it does get a little funky. From what I could tell, it doesn't last too long, which is surprising because it's supposed to be a parfum concentration. You're supposed to last on your skin a little bit longer, but this is just the first run. We'll see. In comparison to the other one that I got, this one seems to last much longer. So there's that. So let's go back to the Montal which I don't know if that's why you clicked on the thumbnail, because you're interested in those fragrances, or and thank you, welcome for joining. But yeah, so I think I don't have the insert in here for where all these are, but let's talk about this real quick comparison, right? So you've got Tobacco Oud from Tom Ford, got a decant, and you've got Oud Tobacco from Montal, and well, what's the difference, right? Let's find out. You've always got redundancies when it comes to common notes, right? Oud is a very common note, or like ingredient, I should say, not note, but, and tobacco is too. So most perfumers, most houses are going to have some kind of variation. This is one of my favorites from Tom Ford, by the way. I like the intense version. It's discontinued. I'm not even sure if this Tobacco Oud is discontinued either. But actually, screw it. Let's just go on skin. No need for a tester. All right. Yep. So on the opening, it's a nice hit of pipe tobacco, but very quickly turns woodsy and funky. There is no question about the fact that it has some kind of funk, which is always associated with the oud. Sometimes it goes clean, but unless, in general, if it's a niche perfume, it's going to probably go a little bit funky at some point or have some of that. There's some sweetness to it, almost like a cherry wood smoke. But it's got much more of that pipe tobacco feel, almost like if you've ever seen a hookah or used a hookah, the shisha, I think that's what the tobacco is called. It's in this candied, I don't know, like molasses, almost like sugary syrup, and they flavor it, but this smells just kind of like the standard hookah tobacco flavor, not the kind of other weird flavorings they put in there, like blueberry or raspberry. This is just, that's what I'm getting. It's like the hookah tobacco scent, and then up close on your skin, it's like a little bit of funk to it, but in the air, dates, honey, hookah tobacco, very nice. That's why I'm a huge tobacco scent fan in general. It's one of my favorite notes and fragrances. I love the fall and the winter because you can wear more. It's not as cloying on your skin as it is in high heat, but I'll still get away with it because most of the time I'm inside anyway. Don't spend that much time outside, or at least on a daily basis. Weekends, yeah. But all right, so let's look at this Oud Tobacco from Montal. Sprayed on the other arm. Let's go. Oh shit, wrong way. Oh, I smell it already. Hold on. Where's the atomizer? Here it is. All right, so. Wow. This Oud Tobacco goes in a much different direction, in my opinion, at least on the opening. It is way sweeter, almost like I said cherry smoked wood on the Tobacco Oud from Tom Ford. This is almost like straight up cherry. I get no real like tobacco scent. So if you're looking for a photorealistic version of that, it's not there. It smells nice, clean. There's no funk attached to it. It might dry down that way. I'm not sure how it's going to dry down. Let's see here. Hold on. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, almost like a slight medicinal quality to it. I haven't, the tobacco oud I've worn more recently, but the Oud Tobacco I have not worn in a long time. So refreshing. But it is, I think it also leans more mass appealing. I think they're trying to capitalize, which is probably why it's not tobacco oud, because the first opening, the first impression you would get with this is not that it's a tobacco scent, but unlike Tom Ford, where they said it's tobacco oud versus oud tobacco. So definitely not a mistake on that placing or the order of the words. So maybe in the end, maybe the tobacco will come through on the dry down, but we'll see. But it definitely has much more of a mass appealing, sweeter, cleaner vibe than the Tom Ford tobacco oud. So that's my general impression upon revisiting those two fragrances. Let me know what you think. If you ever tried them or anything from either house, either Tom Ford or Montal, or anything that I mentioned earlier. Narciso Rodriguez, Asa Miyake, if you're a fan of those, comment. I'm going to post this video. I'll post all of my episodes. Some of them, earlier ones, are pretty crappy sound quality, so sorry for that. And they're long. Usually I'm walking on here for at least 30 minutes, sometimes upwards of an hour. And I get bored, which is why I'm doing this, for one, because I usually just watched or listen to podcast, occasional movie and stuff, but I'd much rather combine two forms of content that I like making, which is a little bit of talking about fitness and health, philosophy, maybe like 10 to 15% of the time, 20% of the time I'm on the treadmill, and then talk about perfumes 80%, because that's what this channel is for. It's for reviewing fragrances, talking about fragrances, connecting with people that like those things and perhaps like the other things that I'm into. And then you get a little bit of blend of both. If you happen to be into fitness and health and natural bodybuilding, which is probably like 0.01 of the population in general, then you can follow my other channel. That is D-Soul Coaching. It's on YouTube as well, and I have an IG account. I also have an IG account for TriPoint Sense. Do not update that as much, nearly as much as I do my YouTube. So that's more where I do the fragrance videos, but probably at the end of my prep, I'll be switching and doing a little bit more cross-posting on YouTube to my IG account. So a little bit of an update there, my plans at least. We'll see how it goes. For now, it's working, I think, or at least I'm enjoying doing this, so it means I can be consistent, and I think consistency trumps novelty in general, at least for long-term success. Touching a little bit on philosophy, that's at least how I think, or at least my experience over life is that, action before inaction, and then consistency before novelty. And it's actually following those, and among others, some values or principles has resulted in some pretty good outcomes in my life journey, at least. Always hasn't been smooth, but such is life. Then you don't learn. If everything was easy, no challenges, you wouldn't grow. You gotta see the obstacle as an obstacle and not as a wall. Figure out how to solve for it, continue to move on, or stay where you are. Either way, right? But I think that is going to wrap it up for today. I don't see very many more people hopping on and in. I do always see one person who hangs out with me. I don't know if it's the same person all the time. I'm curious. But it looks like, I think, I won't call you out, but it's only one person in here. Appreciate you. You know who you are. I just saw your screen name. So I will see you, if you're the same one, I will see who that is. So I do appreciate it. As always, I will catch you on the next one, and hope you have a wonderful day. Probably see you tomorrow, if not this weekend, certainly. Bye.